Hi guys, it's Dovey, and we're back again for episode 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. I got my soup, I got my drink, and I'm ready to go. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, but that dark turn came from nowhere. Hahaha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Dovey? Oh, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. He thinks that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fuel my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Oh, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. What? I'm sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Good luck. Sorry about that, my roommate's fish are fighting. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Swallowed wrong. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of this. This is going into my desktop rotation. Yeah, baby. Okay. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. Oh my god. She's smiling at us. Yep, I'm taking another screenshot. Alright. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Sorry, I just needed some soup. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But, Dovey, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! Didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. How? What are you saying all of a sudden? Hey everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay, we are built different because I do not have the memory to be doing this shit at all. What I do, actually, is whenever I'm at Home Depot, which is like more than the average person, because I'm a construction worker, I go and I like pick out some of the paint samples. You know, those little... You know what paint samples are. If you don't, then look it up. I'm not gonna explain shit to you. And I've just been using those as bookmarks. And they're really pretty bookmarks. And they're free. Which, not a lot of things in this economy are free. Okay, back on track. Break. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Speak for yourself, protagonist. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Why do they call it a composition notebook? What is it composed of? Hold on. Why is it called a composition notebook? Okay. Okay, man. Okay, that was too confusing for me. How about... Alright. The wax tablet. Okay. Legal pad. I have my coworkers love legal pads for some reason. Okay. This is... Okay, so it's just for composing written work. I'm going to press that for now. And we're gonna get back to what we're actually supposed to be doing. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. But you're a coward, Mr. Protagonist. You're a goddamn coward. I could write 10 million poems. I could do anything. I am free of shame. And you are nothing but a weakling, comprised of it. Okay, I'm done roasting the protagonist. Well, obviously Yuri. I mean that, and I'm trying to have some Yuri with Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. And also, like I said before, I'm trying to have some Yuri with Yuri. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yeah, like I didn't write that poem specifically for Yuri. What is that face? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Good. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Why? Keep going with me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Liar! Liar! I write poetry all the time. Actually, now that I think about it, I specifically have never really written poetry. If I did, I would be the best at writing poetry. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Other words, they try to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fits the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Protagonist, it might as well be all three. You mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Yeah, that was sick as hell, Yuri. This is why you're my favorite. Soup break. And also, I don't know how to say this without it sounding weird, but Yuri kind of reminds me of my boyfriend, whom I love dearly. My boyfriend's more, like, outwardly confident, but you know how people can be.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often.
Shut up, protagonist.
This is why I'm better than the protagonist, because I read scripts all the time. I love writing in cursive. I, as a Gen Z, was the last generation to be taught cursive. And I'm going to be, I forgot the word. So I can't be whatever I was gonna be, but I'm gonna continue going. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yes, protagonist. You and me are on the same goddamn page right now.
Oh, that's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Honestly, like, people in my system tend to write, like, short story style poems. So, like, poems that are the length of short stories. I don't think... We tend not to make an internal distinction between short stories and poems. Like, there's an overlap between a poem and a short story. And a lot of people in my system really like writing. I'd say a lot of people, it's more this one guy who is really into poetry, who really like writing in the gray area between a short story and a poem. If y'all ask nicely, I will go through and I will find those poems and read them to you. But let me get back on track. Or actually, let's have a quick soup break. Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dovey.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
You are so depressed, Miss Yuri.
And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dovey.
Ah. Me too. Okay. I've watched playthroughs and I feel like, yeah, Sayori was the one jumping up and down for second mode. Or the only other person jumping up and down.
This is a good poem, Dovey. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in her spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the clubroom? Well, you know, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Dovey. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I'm sorry, Sayori, but I'm here for a Yuri full time. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. And knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue.
It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, Sayori. You depressed ass motherfucker. Sayori. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. What a backhanded ass thing to say, protagonist. How could you make me say that? Awful, awful ass human. Really? Why are you happy about this? You are putting up with, like, someone who barely likes you. Sayori deserves better. Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! You ever know you were late to school? Bad to skip breakfast. I'll get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, Natsuki. She's not gonna like it, I don't think. Dovey, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? You're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Meh, mid. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. And, you know, to be fair, you were right. I did not particularly care for that. Okay, lion-ass bitch. What? Just be honest. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme for the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Monica now.
Hi, Dovey. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things you can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid. Okay, pussy ass bitch. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ahaha. Don't worry, Dovey. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Dovey. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. Can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Okay, we are lying here. I'm going straight for Yuri. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
But I do, Miss Monica. I'm trying to have Yuri with Yuri.
Ahaha.
Ahaha.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry girl? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And she, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform if that's what you call it. This comes off so assholey. I hate the protagonist right now. Soup break. Pam back from soup break. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that. Because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
Okay, she's real for this one. Like I say, as a hobbyist writer.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. No, it was not. It was chill as fuck. You're just a coward. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. They were not judging you. Like, all of them were like, hey man, you did a great job with your writing. And protagonist over here is like, oh, they all hate me, boo. I'm like nothing but a speculative little spider to these people.
But
protagonist really pisses me off sometimes. Because, like, I would not fucking say that. You know what I mean? But I have to pretend to be this mediocre guy. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Okay, have you considered your poems don't need to stand up to theirs? You are a goddamn beginner. You're going to make beginning ass shit. You're not going to be an expert the first time you try something. The only way you're ever going to be able to succeed is if you understand that you need to be a cringe ass motherfucker before you can be cool. If you If you want to make cool shit, you have to make the cringe shit first. If you want to make good art, you have to make bad art first. There's only so many bad arts you can make before you start making good art. You need to practice and make all the bad art now so that you don't have to continue making bad art later. And if you keep making bad art forever, then your art will be good to other people. And that's Dovey's rant of the day. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, stare in their respective poems. Oh, this is not gonna end well. They have like opposite tastes. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Such was this language. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Wow, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Dovey did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change any time soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dovey liked my poem too, you know. She even told me she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so impressed. You were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dovey appreciates my advice more than she appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way. Sorry, I need a soup break. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dovey started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Dovey! He's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. You started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dovey.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a way. You understand that, right, Dovey?
Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be Yuri.
Natsuki.
You're right that I liked your poem.
See? Wait,
That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
that's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri,
Eh,
you're a seriously talented writer. No secret that I was impressed.
oh, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. Good. Fuck Natsuki. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Don't fuck Natsuki. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Oh,
Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
Oh, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Dovey. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Dovey, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone like. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Dovey!
Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Yeah? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that.
I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. This one's your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Well,
You know, Dovey, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. I managed to drink wrong and it hurt my jaw. I don't have the money to go to the doctor, so I'm just gonna have to take the L for now. Fuck. Every day is gonna be so much fun! It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Honestly, Sayori is just doing her fucking best. The protagonist is just being a lame-ass motherfucker for no reason. Like, if I met Sayori in real life, honestly, I think I would probably be friends with everyone except Yuri if I met them in real life. Cause I got this weird... I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna continue playing the game. That's what I'm trying to do. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
yeah, let's have Yuri with Yuri.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good for gay ass. Yeah. Let's do this. I don't know why I say good for gay ass in a sort of dismissive manner. I've been dating that motherfucker for 5 years now. Okay, pain. Whoa. An ending. Secretive. Judgment. I think analysis. Termination. Uncanny. Fortune. Oh shit. Contamination. Wrath.
Agonizing.
Maybe climax? Okay. That looks like a Yuri word. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh, I should have gone back and,
Like, looked it up.
fuck.
Incongruent. Vivacious. Inferno. Tragedy.
Ah, fuck.
Tenacious? Dream.
Yeah.